Hi, you guys. It's T from Bones and Cards coming at you guys with another pick a card reading. This time we are going to be doing what baggage are you holding on to? We're going to have 3 piles today. The first pile is going to be represented by the Rose Quartz Crystal and the Jackie Kennedy card. The second one is going to be represented by the Hematite Crystal and the Twiggy card. The third one is going to be represented by the Carnelian Crystal and the Folder card. And we are going to get into our 3 piles and get into what baggage you guys may be holding on to, what you may need to work on releasing or letting go of. So go ahead and select your piles or listen to all 3 piles and take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I'll see you guys in your piles or in another reading. Peace. Hi, pile 1. You guys picked the Rose Quartz Crystal with the Jackie Kennedy card. We are going to get into what baggage you're holding on to. I want to get into the music deck first, just because this particular album that I picked has a really close resonance to me in terms of letting things go. It's Lauryn Hill's Unplugged. Okay, so you may need to work on your self-concept here with the Alien Superstar card. So you may have problems with your concepts, maybe prioritizing yourself. I wish it were rain. Also expressing emotion and potential. So it may be with vulnerability. You may have a hard time prioritizing yourself and focusing on yourself because it requires you to be vulnerable about the things going on in your life. And you may need what some may call scapegoats for vulnerability. What is that? Okay, so yeah, definitely your self-concept, like how you view yourself, which also will then dictate how you take care of yourself here with the Pronouns card. So you may also be the type of person where when you get depressed, you kind of fall into this rut of kind of getting away from yourself. And you may have kind of just gotten into the mode of you used to be the type of person that would dress up all the time and it didn't matter the occasion, and now you wear sweats and yoga pants and Pilates clothes every day. It's definitely giving me that energy, that it's really how you allow yourself to be seen and also how you allow yourself to be felt even in your own company. Let's see what that is. Yeah, and this may also dictate how you allow yourself to reach out to others with the what I say when you see me in misery, come on baby, see about me. So yeah, you may have a hard time reaching out for that help. You may be one of those people that just expects people to know that they're going through something, even if you're doing like an Oscar-worthy job of hiding the fact that you're going through something. We're going to get into the Rebel Oracle deck now. Take a shot. Let's see what the back says. These cards are so slick. Don't take 12, take 1, maybe 2, move on. Yeah, so you need to loosen up. You're going through some tough shit. Everyone has their turn. Welcome to yours. Gather your tight see, you wound up and handle it. They broke your heart. Fuck them. So this period in your life may have come as a result of like a breakup or a period of separation between you and a partner. So you may also, so this may be definitely due to a relationship. Maybe you were in the type of relationship that kind of deteriorated your confidence, or the way that things ended may have deteriorated your confidence. Yeah, and here with the Eat Your Vegetables, so yeah, you may not be taking the best care of your body right now. Maybe overeating, snacking a lot, ordering a lot of food. Yeah, because this song, Mr. Intentional, What the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. If you're waiting for a sign, well, here it is. So yeah, you may have been putting your life on hold for this person. So although you may have seen this breakup as a devastation, it definitely is seeming like it needed to happen. It may not have happened in a way that was the most pleasurable for you, but it definitely needed to happen. Now, what baggage is pile one holding on to here? Ooh, I just had 5 cards fly out. Let's see. Ooh, yeah. They don't even treat you that good. And then, like I said, with you being wound up, take a chill pill. This may have caused you to lean into addictive tendencies, and this may not even necessarily be drugs. This may be sex, like continuously going back to on and off connections that you know don't mean you well, engaging in relationships that you know they only want you to exist in purely for sex, especially here with the sideline hoe card. And this person was ugly. They didn't even treat you that good, and they was ugly. And they were a man whore. So yeah, you definitely need to let whoever this person is go. Go to baggage claim, bag lady. Oh yeah. Yeah, Pooh. You gotta let this person go, because they ain't no good. And the reality is they knew you were kind of wet behind the ear and you were kind of naive. And that you wouldn't see the bad in them because you were too busy looking at the good. And that is not that you're wrong for that, but the reality is you shouldn't have to see the good in people. They should be showing it to you. They shouldn't be showing you that they have the ability to be possessive and that they can't be honest. But then you're running around here talking about my man, my man, my man. There's nothing wrong with pouring into people, but don't pour into unhealthy karmic connections that really are only going to trigger you and make you, and while they seek out other options unnecessarily, make you wonder why not you? Why aren't they picking you? Because they really don't deserve you to be in with, so they don't see your value. And you also may need to let go of judging people for things that you also do. You may be that friend that be on the phone like, oh, but you know you're being dumb for him. You're letting him make you look stupid. But what about this? You know? And this may lend itself to kind of low-key hating. Yeah, because this person was very much easily detached. Ooh, and they were a pity party type of motherfucker. Yeah, go to baggage claim. And just let the relationship go up in smoke. I understand that when you notice the relationship going to shit, it is hard to just be like, you know what? I just gotta cut my losses and do what I gotta do. But it's far easier to do that than to put yourself through all this grief, especially when really you more than likely are just with this person because they are way too much like your parent in all the wrong ways. If you're being real with yourself. Any more messages from this next week? Yeah, you may need to step back from relationships and get to know yourself and see about life because you're naive and it may show on you, and this may heavily dictate the people that you attract because you attract those type of people that want to lean into the fact that you are kind of naive and that you are kind of green and that you really don't know that means that, you know? And I feel that you could potentially... Ooh, we got the Sad Sally card coming out again. So rather than get into another potential connection where this may be duplicated just because you're not in a place where you moved on from it, I would recommend kind of going within. So I definitely recommend letting this ex go emotionally and doing the inner work. What does Padawan have to work on? Yeah, not setting yourself on fire to keep others warm. And signing over all control in relationships. You may be the type of person where once you trust somebody, you're just down for whatever. And not that that's wrong, but you also should have some discernment still and some boundaries, even with people you love, just for your own sanity and safety. What baggage does Pile 1 need to let go of? What baggage does Pile 1? There we go. Understanding karmic cycles and the true essence of karma. I was talking to a friend and I expressed to him that I felt as though people treat karma or talk about karma like it is a dog that they can sick on others, but they do not truly understand the essence of karma, that karma is truly working against and for all of us. And I won't even say against all of us, because truly karma is always the consequences of your actions, whether those are positive or negative. When you put out a lot of positive, you get positive. But if you are kind of making some decisions that are not in the best interest of your highest good, naturally you are going to potentially see some negative consequences come as a result of that, whether it's a domino effect or it's the direct result of that. And truly through gaining that understanding, you will then get your Ace of Cups. So letting go of that baggage will open up a lot of possibilities for you and open up the ability for you to exist harmoniously and be in a position to help others, as long as you are able to let this jerk off go. Because he ain't gonna do nothing but that. He ain't gonna do nothing but keep letting you set yourself on fire to keep himself warm. And he will set more things on fire for that. And more importantly, this person had you in a third party situation. And potentially more than just two of you. So I wouldn't even consider myself to be in the business of feeling like you want to go back to this person with with this King of Pentacles card. Look at him. That's the baggage you need to let go of, that bum. And the baggage that came with him. And let your life come full circle. And that's your reading, Power 1, on what baggage you need to let go of. I hope this resonated for you in any way, shape, or form. I'll see you in another pile or in another reading. Peace. Hi, Pile 2. You guys picked the Hematite Crystal with the Twiggy card. I'm going to get into what baggage you guys need to let go of, what baggage you guys are holding on to. We're going to start with the music deck just to set the tone. I'm just going to get a few of those. First of all, okay, so you may be feeling some feelings of inadequacy as a result of a separation. With the Where Did Our Love Go with the Supremes card here. What other cards do we have, Spirit, for Pile 2? Yeah, you are almost feeling haunted by a breakup. And you may be carrying that around with you in your day-to-day life and everywhere you go. And it may even be, you may even be dreaming about this person at this point. Yeah, we got the Saving All My Love with the hit 'em up style. There was definitely a cheating situation. Because Saving All My Love is about is from the perspective of the other woman, and Hit 'Em Up Style is from the perspective of the main chick finding out about the affair and what she does as the subsequent result of that. So that definitely may be why you feel so tripped up by this breakup. You may feel especially haunted by the thought of them being with another person, and it may even be who the person was, whether it be the quality of the person or even I'm hearing the word caliber. Like, let's say I'm Jay-Z, right? And Beyonce cheats with some D-list celebrity who's just barely worth $500,000, and he's ugly. And not to say that, Jay-Z is fucking Idris Elba, but still, I think Jay-Z is halfway decent, despite some of his other actions, allegedly. But that would be like her just deciding to go with some fucking flunky nigga in the music industry that got 2 mixtapes out. It's like, I could understand you cheating with like a Nas or your bodyguard, because the bodyguard thing might just be about proximity. When women cheat, it's more so about the convenience and what is the benefit, etc. So it also may have been the caliber of who this person cheated with. Like, when you look at yourself and this person comparatively, it may kind of tear you up. Not only the fact that they did it, but who they did it with. Whether it be your relation to this person, the caliber of this person, or the quality, etc. But you definitely need to allow yourself to feel those feelings and release them. You're definitely needing to cry. You're definitely needing to have those moments of vulnerability. What baggage just Cloud 2 need to let go of? Yeah, you're giving too many fucks. Give 0. Yeah. So, although you may be torn up about what this person did, if we're being honest, it's not giving the vibe that, like, they even were on your level. So, it's like, although, yeah, you lost in the relationship, technically, if you want to call it that, but you didn't lose. You need a big fucking hug, squeeze. Time to let go, move the fuck on was on the back of the card. You think someone's lying, they are, yeah. So you may have intuitively known this a long time before you chose to accept it for yourself. Like on wax, like in real life. We're going to get into the negative traits deck. Let's see what baggage you're holding on to, what baggage you need to let go of. Ooh. This may be linked to some childhood trauma, this attachment that you may have to this person, and this separation that you guys are having. This may be heavily tied to some childhood trauma that you have, like maybe you felt abandoned by your parents, so breakups and things being rocky is a real big trigger for you, even if it was a necessary evil. And it may cause you to be kind of reactionary and impulsive within your life. Why do you judge people for things you also do? So you may be like Pile 1, and you may want to watch that as well, because I'm getting similar vibes. It just in regards to the judgmental nature, you may be kind of hypocritical with your judgment. Yeah. Because you may be self-sabotaging in relationships. Like, you may tell your friends, like, oh, you know that boy don't deserve that, or what have you. But then you're putting the guy you're talking to through the ringer. And really unnecessarily, if we're being for real. So that is definitely something that you need to work on, your self-sabotaging nature, how quick you are to let situations go because you don't want to be abandoned. So you're trying to jump the gun and abandon them first. And this is really just rooted in the fact that you don't know what you want. And you also, and that's really derivative of the fact that you don't know yourself like you should. And you have not done the self-discovery. So therefore, it's easy to get into a situation and things be going fine and you self-sabotage it. But then in a toxic relationship, you'll beg, borrow, and steal to stay in it. Because you don't know yourself, you don't know what you want, and if you date someone who is secure and is ready for what you say you're ready for, you would have to face the reality that you're not fucking ready for it. Any other messages? People pleaser, yep. Meek, yeah. So yeah, friend, you need to go within, because that's a lot of the reason why you're going without. Any more messages for Pile 2 Spirit? Listen to hear next time. You may listen to respond. Gossipy. Yeah, that may lean itself back into the judging people for things that you do. You may judge people for talking about other people, but you talk about other people. You call your friend phone and talk about your coworker for 30 minutes. Like you didn't. And that's not half your lunch. You do that. Yeah, and you try to set yourself apart in this page as far as energy, but it's like you end up just making yourself look like a weirdo for real, because when it really comes down to it, you engage in these things just as this bird sits on this tree, on a regular basis. It's not a one-off thing. It's not something you mistakenly did one time. So we're not staying in that fact. So you may have a bit of an accountability issue, or you may just have a hard time being self-aware and a hard time recognizing that the facade of perfection that you created for yourself is not rooted in reality. And by keeping up such a facade, you are not giving yourself the real world opportunity to grow and get the true justice you deserve. Yeah, it's keeping you from your Ace of Cups. Yeah. The Eight of Cups. Yeah. Cause see how all these cups are around, but none of them are really an accessible link to him. And he's a freaking skeleton. Like, you don't want to wait until it's too late to have those hard moments of self-evaluation at a point where you can do something about it and you're not ruining every relationship that you have. Address that elephant in the room. Don't turn over and act like it's not there. And that's the baggage you need to work on. Pile 2. I will see you guys on another pile and another reading. I hope this resonated. Peace. Hi, pile 3. You guys picked the folder card and the carnelian crystal. We are going to get into what baggage you need to work on. I'm going to start with the music deck, just because that's what I've been doing for the last 2 readings. And then we are going to get into our other oracle decks and tarot. I'm just going to give this a good shuffle, and I feel the need to bring my singing bowl to get the energy going. I'm ready. Spirit, what baggage do they need to let go of? What baggage does pile 3 need to let go of? Back in my arms again. So you may be holding on to, you may be holding on to hope of a relationship getting back together. You may have hope of a reconciliation between you and someone that you separated from. But you and this person may have been getting into a lot of senseless arguments. So but you may still be holding on to either the preconceived notion that you had of them. Yeah, I can speak to dreams, they will come true. Maybe the ideal that you created of them in your mind when y'all were initially getting to know one another, or even who they used to be when you guys first started dating, but you were not necessarily assessing this idea of reconciliation for the real world value of who they are at this time. And you more so really should be focused on gaining a peace of mind and letting the situation kind of evolve as it needs to, because this person definitely may have some growing to do especially with the respect card coming out. The derivative of you guys' issues may have been derivative of respect or their lack of respect for you, which is definitely a big issue in a relationship, because respect is the foundation of the treatment that they will perpetuate onto you. Yeah, and you left this person, as you should, but you are still reminiscing, wanting this person to give you the validation that you craved from them to begin with. What? But yeah, this person is karmic. This person was there to teach you a lesson of self-love, it seems. A lesson of prioritization of self, and a lesson of self-preservation. Yeah, paradox. Because although you may consider yourself to be a confident and forthright person, you don't put yourself first. And when it comes to a man, a man or a woman, for real, you will beg, borrow, and steal just to be with them. You will do whatever is necessary. And you have a tendency to be a bit delusional too. They don't have to lie to you, you'll lie to yourself anyway. And then you find yourself allowing yourself to be jealous and envy of potential other options that they may be exploring or pondering in front of you, you know, because there are people like that who will purposefully put their other options in your face to create moments of jealousy and to create an inconsistent reward and almost a borderline addiction to them, making you attached to them. So yes, you're definitely needing to go about the healing process. I would highly recommend some shadow work, some deep shadow work, getting into the derivative of why you want this reconciliation so bad. And it may be very much derivative of your parental relationship as a child, whether you had the type of parent that put others before you, so you just got used to that. You had the type of mother that put men before you. You had the type of father that put women before you, or vice versa, or same. So you got complacent in the idea that that's just normal, that you just won't be a priority, and that you really shouldn't be a priority to yourself either. And it's create this addiction, this unhealthy attachment to an inconsistent reward, and it's creating this state of limerence that you live in. Yes, and it's coming from a place of insecurity. It's coming, and it causes you to be passive aggressive and lash out and be vengeful. And also, it causes you to seek out sympathy in unhealthy ways. Like, you may be the type of person where your friends might low-key start to feel like you are seeking sympathy rather than help. And, like, you are more concerned with getting revenge than truly healing, getting revenge, or either reconciling than truly doing the healing that you need to do. And it's making you a bit rigid. It's making you a bit cold. And it may be making you a bit of a hater. You may be the type of person where you're not liking to see happy relationships right now. When you see people pop up on your timeline or your Explore page or your For You page, you be over it. All because you were dating someone and delusionally convincing yourself that they would do things for you and that they would do the things that you were doing for them. And unfortunately, it was never true. From the looks of things. Any more messages? So, and you may be checking this person's social media as well, yeah, because you are naively still convincing yourself that you are going to get back together with them. And you may be trying to present the idea that you feel like you need closure because you're in this moment of being prideful. And you don't want to have to accept the fact that the relationship is over and that, you know, you lost out on the relationship. But the reality is, honey, you didn't lose. You really won, because you don't need to be with this person. And you're not in a position to be in a relationship right now anyway, from the looks of things. Let's see what that was. They're inconsistent with you because you're the same with yourself. Well, that's a word right there. Yeah, you keep attracting people who breadcrumb you and really only put on half of a front of who they are, because that is what you do to yourself. That is what you do to the general public. And you may not be doing it from some manipulative or malicious place like they are, but the reality is you do it, and that's why you're attracting it, because the people in our lives are mirrors of the things we see and don't see about ourselves. If you have a tendency to be a little positively manipulative, you may attract some people who are manipulative but for the wrong reasons. They're not manipulating the people that they love into positive situations. They're manipulating the people that they love into negative ones. And that's why you have to have those moments of self-reflection and recognize what about you brought this person here. What about you is holding on to them so tightly. We're moving on to the shadow lamp tarot. So we have the Emperor. Yeah, you need to learn how to stand on business. That's the biggest lesson here. Learning how to stand on business and letting go of this false illusion of an emperor that you had in this person. Because this delusion that you were allowing yourself to live under wasn't even really helping you. It was keeping you stuck to this connection in ways that were not benefiting you in one way, shape, or form. And constantly leaving you feeling like you were under attack when really you were just going towards something that you feel like you thought was fruitful, but really just ended up being an illusion, which led you to that place of isolation with the Hermit card there. But now you are needing to move into your Queen of Pentacles energy and get out of this Eight of Cups energy and this Death energy where you are waiting around to be presented with something that you shouldn't even really want. Any more cards, Spirit? Alrighty, so we have the Page of Wands here. So you're definitely needing to come away from this previous energy of stagnation and waiting for this person to come and present you with the offer of your dreams. Because the reality is they haven't presented to you before. They never even made it seem like it was something they was interested in because they don't want it. They don't want it. And sitting around like a sitting duck waiting to be fed when you know that you won't be, it's just going to leave you dissatisfied and watching other people get what you want when you could truly get your 9 of Cups. And that is the reading. That is the baggage that you need to let go of. An unhealthy cycle that isn't benefiting you and won't anytime soon. I hope this resonated. I'll see you guys in another pile and another reading. Peace.